So, have you noticed it too? That feeling that every holiday now is just a massive shopping event? I mean, Valentine's Day, Easter, the sales just seem to start earlier and earlier, the decorations get crazier, and somehow Halloween stuff is already out right next to the Christmas gear. It's wild. So, let's actually dig into this. We're going to use Halloween as our main example because it's probably the most extreme case of this holiday takeover. And this quote, wow, it just hits the nail on the head, right? It's like fast fashion, but for the skeletons that you put on your lawn once a year. Think about it. We used to buy decorations, and pack them away carefully for next year. But now, there's this weird pressure to keep up with the latest trends. What was super cool last year is suddenly outdated. And it just feeds this cycle of needing to buy bigger, newer, better stuff, just for our front yards. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. Just how much has Halloween really changed? To really get it, we need to do a little then versus now comparison. What was it like just a generation ago versus the spectacle it's become today? Okay, check this out. The biggest change, really, is just in the whole vibe, the whole mindset. Back in the 80s and 90s, it was all about that DIY spirit, wasn't it? You made your own costumes, you had those simple paper cutouts, and the decorations were, built to last. You had your one box of Halloween stuff that you'd pull out every single year. But today, phew, it's a whole different ballgame. It's all about mass-produced costumes of whatever character is hot right now, and these giant inflatable decorations that are basically just following whatever's trending this season. And if you need a single icon for this new era of Halloween, look no further. $400. That's what it cost for Skelly, that massive 12-foot-tall skeleton that Home Depot dropped back in 2020. And get this, it's sold out almost instantly. It's been a viral sensation every year since, and it just perfectly captures this new obsession with making everything gigantic. But here's the crazy part. A 12-foot skeleton, it's not even that shocking anymore. The novelty just wears off so fast. So what does the market do? It doubles down, of course. Now you can buy an entire giant skeleton family. I'm talking mom, dad, kids, and even a skeleton dog for about $1,000. It's the perfect example of this never-ending consumer cycle, right? What's next? A 20-foot skeleton? So this didn't just happen out of nowhere. No, this whole shift is being fueled by some really smart business strategies. From a marketing point of view, holidays, and especially Halloween, are basically the perfect storm. I mean, it really all boils down to predictability. Marketers know, for a fact, that candy is a consumable. You have to buy it new every single year. They know kids are going to outgrow their costumes, and they can totally ride the waves of pop culture, knowing that if there's a hit movie, that's going to drive massive sales for certain outfits. It's just a reliable, repeatable formula for making money. And if there's one company that has absolutely perfected this seasonal formula, it's gotta be Spirit Halloween. I mean, they've built an entire empire on the pop-up store model. They've become a total cultural icon in the process. Their strategy is, honestly, kind of brilliant. Step 1, they find these empty storefronts, usually in struggling or even dying malls. Step 2, they get super cheap short-term rent. Then they create an event. It's not just a store, it's a whole five senses experience with themed sections, creepy animatronics. Going there is an activity in itself. And then, the best part, once Halloween is over, poof, they pack it all up, and a lot of the time they just relaunch as Spirit Christmas in the very same spot. It's genius. Okay, but it's not just about clever business plans. Why are we so open to all this? Beyond the marketing, there are some really powerful psychological triggers that these campaigns are tapping into to get us to shop earlier and spend more year after year. At its core, it's really about how we're feeling. In a pretty stressful world, let's be honest, holiday shopping can be a form of escapism. It gives us this comforting, nostalgic feeling, and it's a way to make the season feel special. And as the days get shorter and colder, all this manufactured cheer can feel like an antidote to that, that dread of winter coming. It gives us something to look forward to. And what's pouring gasoline on this fire? Social media. These shopping vlogs on places like TikTok, they literally turn buying stuff into entertainment. You're watching a creator share their August Halloween finds, and it feels super comforting and relatable. But what's happening under the surface is that it's normalizing this holiday creep. It's getting you thinking about it, getting you into the store earlier, and encouraging you to spend. So with all this commercial pressure, does this mean the real spirit of the holidays is just gone? Well, Not necessarily. It's really about just remembering that there are other ways to celebrate that don't involve a shopping cart. And the alternatives are actually pretty powerful. We can totally bring back that DIY spirit with homemade costumes and decorations. We can focus on making memories, cooking seasonal food, or just spending time with people we care about. Honestly, the most radical act of all might be the simplest one. Just opening up that old box of decorations and using what you already have. It's all about shifting the focus from things to experiences. So ultimately, it really just comes down to a choice. As the decorations start popping up in stores earlier every year, and the pressure to buy the next big thing just keeps growing, it's worth asking yourself a simple question. This year, what are you going to celebrate? The holiday or the hype? The choice, really, is yours.